Remember that time I missed that bear? I was just looking at that and I was like, son of a bitch, I remember that time. Good evening, folks. Welcome to the Fear Fishing Webcast. Mark Hunter's basement is flooding. He is on his way. He swears. Full crew tonight. I hear back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to go to, click that Google button, honey.
What Google?
Switch screens and Sean can talk while I do this. Yeah. Just you see, no, I don't even know where it is. Just switch screens for Sean. Sean, talk for a second.
What do you want me to say?
Say whatever you want.
I'm Pete Glusak, bitches.
Whose cell phone is it?
What? Is it my cell phone?
It might be one of your guys' cell phones. So
Super
we
pro.
are in here. Wait, was it you?
No.
I don't know. Is it me? No. It'll go. I don't hear it now. Maybe it was Amber on her iPad. Oh, Amber's
no, it's
busted.
not. My iPad's not working.
Oh,
It's not
man.
working.
Amber.
Whatever.
You can slide that over so you can see the IM board. This is officially starting off like every other Fear Fishing webcast with technical difficulties.
I know. We need Frozen Tundra back.
We need Frozen Tundra back.
Sorry.
Amber, how's it going?
Great.
You're
You?
having fun? I'm awesome. As
Yeah.
always, McCall,
Good.
you having fun?
Good, yeah. Loving this weather.
Special guest from OFC. How's it going, Jeffy?
I'm awesome.
Where are you from?
I'm from, Milton.
Milton.
Yeah.
How's the weather down there?
It sucks.
It sucks everywhere in Ontario, eh?
I think it sucks everywhere on this side of the planet right now, doesn't
For
it?
sure. I can never think. How old are you guys?
I'm over 40.
Don't be a
Are you
dick.
guys over 40?
I'm 25.
I'm the youngest in the room. So, guys, tell me, have you guys ever remember a winter that went this long?
No.
No.
Ever remember an ice storm in middle of April?
Not this consistent. I mean, we've had like garbage weather for like
You gotta
5
get
days
good and
straight.
close.
5 days straight of garbage weather.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, winning post of the day I seen was happy February 73rd.
I saw that too. That's awesome, eh?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Mark Hunter should be here momentarily, so don't worry when he climbs all over everybody. It was he's a little late.
You know what we should do? We should actually start with mentioning the Humboldt Strong.
Yes, for
all
sure.
those poor guys that passed away and girl in that terrible accident last week.
Absolutely tragic. It's good to see the country and international band together in support of this.
Yeah, it is. What is actually unfortunate, everybody's putting their sticks out and keeping their lights on at night in remembrance of these kids and to show support, and then you got some dickheads going around stealing hockey sticks.
I saw a Facebook thing talking about people having their sticks stolen.
Like
What piece of shit do you got to be on earth to be stealing hockey sticks for, in remembrance of a bunch of teenagers?
Right.
It's about the
And young
same people
people.
that steal the Tim Hortons change boxes.
Probably.
Yeah,
You know, the same type of group.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's disappointing when you you see the change, the donation thing and the drive-through just ripped off, or shit bags out there, eh?
Yeah. Everywhere.
Everywhere. There's always something, eh? As much positive reaction from the community and support for those, I can't even imagine what those families are going through,
Oh.
Yeah.
right? But there's always gonna be somebody who messes it that shit up, eh?
Yeah.
So our hearts are with them. Tough to hear. You got something going on with your buddy Dave. Do you want to talk about that? So that we
Yeah.
can get the sad stuff out of the way.
Yeah, sure, man. I mean, David Cosner, a good friend of mine. I've talked to you guys about him. You're aware of him. He's not doing so great. I mean, his
What kind of disease does he have?
He has Wagner's. He was diagnosed when he was, I think, he was 16 years old. He's had over 400 surgeries at this point.
Holy.
400.
Can't
I
even
mean,
imagine.
when you put the time into that, this kid spent 3/4 of his life in a hospital room.
And he's always paused. Every video I've ever seen, I see him on Facebook, and he's always in such a good mood and positive, and it's tough.
I've known him on the internet for a couple years. I caught wind of his story through somebody else, and until this last year, I had never met him.
Now, his story was pretty big on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, his story is well known. I mean, this kid is an inspiration, to say the least.
Yeah, he drives.
Then finally this year, I was traveling down to Mexico, and I was getting delayed into Texas. So I said, you know what, I'm going to call him up and see. Maybe I can, do a connection flight and stick with him and meet him. And you know what? They met me at the airport, and I mean, they're just instantly in the family. They're just fantastic people.
That's awesome.
The kid is so passionate about fishing. I don't know if I know another person.
Well, you know, I think that says something a lot about you too, Jeff. The kind of person you are to actually put forth an effort and make that connection.
For
You know,
sure.
there's not too many people that would go that far out of their way. Like you're reaching into your pocket.
You know
what
what?
I mean?
Yeah, in a sense, yeah, I'm spending money to do something, but he's giving me something.
Absolutely.
I'm learning so much from this kid, just learning how fragile life is.
You know, and we talked about this last night. We had a really good conversation about this. And when I got sick, my perspective on life really changed because when I found out I had blood clots in my lung, and Amber can contest to this, I was scared shitless. I honest to God thought I was gonna die.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't like, and then I could have died. Like it was pretty damn close. I'm pretty damn lucky, and you know.
I got stuck dragging your ice hut, Christ's sakes.
Everything.
The stuff you do.
They did go way out for me.
I was calling bullshit on the blood clots the whole time I'm dragging the thing too.
So
If that's what it takes, then maybe this.
yeah,
so
exactly.
and then you know I didn't feel that great, and then I get diagnosed with hemochromatosis, and then we start to figure stuff out. I can't imagine what that young man is going through, and I went through nothing, and I'm telling you, it was hell.
You know what? David just wants to breathe.
Yeah.
And I don't know if people understand how simple that is to all of us right now.
And
Yeah.
that's that disease. It's a breathing disease, right?
Yes. I believe, and I mean, I believe he has 1/3 of one lung left.
Wow. Wow.
You know,
Borrowed time.
Yeah, exactly. And you know,
For sure.
I don't want to go too in depth and personal to him, but I mean, everything he does in one day affects him for days after.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
Well,
Gotcha.
he actually got the chance. Like his dream was to fish a bass, one of the bass events, right?
Yeah.
Now he actually signed up this year,
Yep.
and he fished the first event. Was it
Yes.
in early March?
Yes.
How'd that go for him?
He was able to fish one day.
Nice.
Right?
I mean, the conditions weren't that great, and he forgo to remove himself from the rest of the tournament.
Yeah.
But it's, I mean, as you guys all know, I mean, you're competitive fishermen.
Yeah.
It's draining out there.
Yeah.
It is.
For someone that can just even breathe normally. I've been in the boat with this kid. You know, we went fishing in Texas.
Yep.
And we went out for 6 hours, and he slept for like 17 hours the next day.
Wow.
No way.
You know, like.
And you know what? So here's everybody at home who's got nothing to complain about. This is how bad this guy wants to fish, right? So the next time that you're a little tired, remember this guy and get out there and catch some fish.
Right.
Suck it up, right? I can't even
Be thankful.
Yeah.
Totally.
We really have nothing to complain about.
Right?
Nothing
Be
at all.
thankful.
I've sat next to this kid in a chair. We're doing breathing therapy,
Yeah.
sitting there for hours while he just does inhalants,
That's crazy.
just so that he can say he's gonna wake up the next day.
Yeah.
That's tough, man.
And you know, like, it's amazing. I can't even think like the drive he must have to fish, right? Like the amount of energy it must take to stay alive, and then on top of that, be positive on all his videos. You know, I watched a video where he was driving and he was talking about how he had his oxygen and he was talking about how he was going to drive too. And man, there's not very many people on earth with that kind of spirit.
Did you see the video where they showed him his boat? They unveiled his boat wrapping to him.
Yeah,
No way, I never saw that
He,
one.
he got his boat wrapped. That was amazing video, eh?
Yeah, I mean, he's had an amazing group of people and supporters that believe in his story.
Yes.
It's not so much about a person going out fishing. He has surpassed so many obstacles that people would just give up.
For sure.
Right.
And that's a big, that's huge, right? Like if you put your life in comparison and like, you got to be like Ike, you just can't give up, right? No matter what your situation is, you know, you can do it.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I think he's been in comas and stuff before, and he's woke up and kept going.
You know what? In the last, I think it's 5 weeks, he's been on life support numerous times. He's back in there right now, actually.
That's
You know, and I get messages from his parents, and, you know, it's straining on them as well.
for sure.
You know, and it's tough because every time I know he's not well because he doesn't respond to me. Normally we're talking all the time. I like to keep his spirits up and talking, and I mean every second we're talking, it's fishing coming out of his mouth.
Yeah.
So you know what? How can I deny somebody that? I want to talk I want to talk fishing to this kid because that's what he wants to talk about.
Yeah.
But I know when he doesn't respond, I get this the heart just sinks because I'm like, man, is that the last time that we talked? That
Yeah. It's tough, eh?
Yeah.
You know, our heart really goes out to him and his
Yeah,
family.
yeah, for sure. And we're thinking of you, Dave. And you know, if you guys haven't heard his story, YouTube, Facebook,
yeah, YouTube.
Where can they?
David Costner Fishing.
Yep.
.com. He has a web page and everything. Professional fishing.
Go
page.
check out this
check
guy's
it out.
story. It's something
It'll
else.
inspire you every day to read this and check it out.
And be thankful for what you have.
That's right. When the next time you catch a fish, you just think how easy that was to catch that fish, right? Like some people don't have it as lucky as the rest of us.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, look at this guy.
Mr.
wow.
Tardy Pants is here.
How's the basement?
It's leaking in a couple places.
you got an-
He's got an
you got an indoor pool,
too.
yeah.
Hey, see, how about that, brother?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joan said do what you want, so I'm not sure if that means do what I want.
Oh, you're gonna do it anyway.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
It's
know.
one of them.
Love you, baby.
Yeah.
Let's,
She's a good woman.
Where do you want to go, Sean?
You know what? You and I got some pretty good news to
Yeah, we want to share that.
pull on the table. Yeah, sure.
You go. You can tell it.
You
I
go.
always get
You
to.
go.
I always get to tell the
I'll
big
tell
news.
it. What is it?
Yeah, you want to know what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what it
I
is.
haven't filled her in yet.
No?
No, she's gonna get the big news right now too.
Surprise!
Can we turn my things down just a little bit?
Yeah,
Oh, your earphones?
is that you?
Okay, the big news. Ian and I are actually going to fish the CSFL Eastern Division together this year.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Yeah, so
I
we're-
knew that.
Yes.
You
we
told
are.
me you were drunk.
Yeah, we were drunk. We stayed up late last night.
Oh, we had a late night last
Yeah,
night.
the old 3 o'clock in the morning
Yeah.
FaceTime.
There was a bromance. It
Yeah.
was very shady.
So
I'm not
here's
sure.
my.
love you.
Yeah, that's totally where that got. We
It
did.
was
We
for
actually
5
did
hours.
the podcast
shit
board
got
last night
weird.
at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah,
shit got
so you
weird.
can't even read my writing up there. It's chicken scratch.
This is no much better, buddy.
We.
You got to turn me down a little bit. Or
I
my
don't know
head's
which
gonna-
one you're-
Holy, who brought this guy?
I'm sorry,
You're so
man.
demanding.
We were all in tune. I don't know.
Yeah, you were good. You were
Should have
late.
been here for mic check.
Yeah.
Is that you?
Obviously, I
That's
wasn't
me.
here for earphone check either.
that
Okay, to talk.
Is that better?
Penis.
Okay, a little higher.
Penises.
Okay,
Penises.
Little higher.
Penises.
That's good.
Penises.
We're
That's
in the
good.
zone.
A little higher?
All right, perfect.
So exactly what we're fishing the Eastern CSFL series.
We are, yeah.
You and I. What else are
Whose
we doing?
boat? Whose boat?
We're doing the Eastern in my boat, the Stratus.
Yep.
Okay.
And we're also going to fish the ladies' night, but not together
No,
because I'm not wearing a skirt.
Amber.
Hey, I'm fishing
Amber, you're
ladies'
in.
night
I'm
too.
not wearing a skirt either.
You're in, Amber. No,
Yes.
you're
I am.
in.
Yeah, we're both going
But
to
I'm
bring
not
our women
wearing
to
a
fish
skirt.
ladies' night. I believe, Mark, you're going to fish ladies' night
I'm
too,
gonna
right?
fish ladies' night too.
With Joe?
Oh, do you want to hear this?
Yes,
Hannah.
I
I
do.
got some news too.
Hannah.
I am fishing this with Miss Linda Ford.
No way. Sandbagger. Sandbagger.
Shut the front door.
Sandbagger.
Yeah. I was
That's-
gonna fish with Hannah, but it's not gonna work out. Joan asked me if I would fish with Linda. Joan asked me. Joe asked me. Then Linda finally come out and asked me.
The
You want to hear a
that
funny
was high
story?
school.
Want
Thought
to
it
hear a
was
funny
high
story about
school.
Linda? This weekend I was at the
Cottage show?
the Cottage Time show in Lindsay at the fairgrounds there, the X.
at the
And,
hockey rink.
Yeah. It's like an indoor.
Makes it sound
building.
huge, eh?
So yeah.
Skating.
They were
So
indoor.
anyway,
the hockey rink was outdoors.
I go up to Linda. It was first thing in the morning. I go up to Linda and she's got her baby Tristan there. And
What day was this? Was this Saturday or was it
Sunday?
Sunday?
Be there, be dead.
You got a face for radio. So anyway, I go up to her. It was actually Friday. And I was standing there talking with her, and the baby Tristan was there. And this lady comes up. She's like, "Oh my God!" And she looks at me. She's like, "He looks just like you." I looked at that lady, and I'm like, "Well, don't tell Joey."
That's funny. So,
It's funny.
ladies' night. Then I'm going to fish the FLW Canada event with Mr. Marley Horniak.
Yep. And then I believe you and Mark Hunter are going to go and
We have a
try
walleye
to qualify.
Oh, yes,
yeah.
yes.
I'm going
Oh,
to try
man.
to do that. I really didn't realize they were so close together.
Oh yeah, it's a busy
So-
month, August, man. We're full.
Mark, I've joined. I still got to pay them, but in spirit, I've joined the Quinny Bassmasters. I owe them a check. I hope to get to go to the OBN qualifier and fish as a boater, so I can make that important Team Ontario.
That's a big deal.
It is.
Yep.
Thank you.
I think I feel like it's the time of my life to chase a dream.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be?
Hey,
Why wait?
No better time than
that's
now.
right. That's right.
I'm pretty sure you've been chasing the dream since I met you.
Just a
But
different
it's
dream.
official though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Chasing tail, maybe.
I'm chasing like 43 dreams here. Don't kid yourself.
Yeah.
One's got to work.
Sean and I have to stay up till 3 in the morning to talk about dreams.
Yeah,
You
we
talk
do.
about your love for
And
each
then
other.
we're doing in the fall
We're doing the fall challenge
in Sean's boat.
in my boat.
Because I've
Whoa.
never-
You guys
I-
worked at this.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
believe you remembered it. Did you write it all on the
Yeah,
board?
right there last night. I've never.
Oh, is that your chicken scratch?
That is.
I wasn't here. Facebook or
Yeah.
Messenger.
Yeah, I know that.
We drank by ourselves together on
Separate cities.
Yeah,
Well, that's great.
it's the
Yeah, it
new
was pretty
thing.
good. Yeah, we got drunk together and we weren't even with each
We
other.
can't. We don't even have to.
Technology at its
like
finest.
we could have a whole party, and nobody even has to be in the same house.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Technology.
it's
Yeah,
amazing.
I like it.
That's right. No drinking and
Did you get the
driving.
mustache faces out and squishy face? and all
No, that was we were being serious last night.
Yeah, it was. We went
Yeah,
deep.
You could
We
be
were
serious
being
without great.
Well, I
stash.
went over to a friend of mine's place actually earlier in the evening, and we got into some doubles in the garage of his place there, and we drank a bottle of whiskey, and then I went home and I was like, I wonder what he's doing.
Yeah.
So I gave him a ring.
You know, I just made some. You hear about Moose and you hear about Jeff, but you never see in the room together, eh?
No.
It's like
think they're
the
actually
big,
the same
the big
guy.
bird
You
snuffleupagus
know what?
thing here.
You know what?
Real
So
That's
listen to
totally
this.
true.
Whoa, wow,
You
oh my
know?
God. So we left. We got to South Carolina. You left to go to Bass University.
You were in South Carolina, Jeff?
Moose showed up. Listen, Moose showed up, right? And then as we got to leave him, you went with Dave in his car. Sean went with Moose, and then
You guys went home via Mexico or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. So we
went
never
on tour.
saw
We
them
took
together.
the quick route, though.
Yeah, you
we were
did.
moving.
Yeah, we always seem to be
Like not
separate.
together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that true? Like
We could be one in the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean-
like in
Like
the second
Michael
part of the
and
show, Jeff's going to put his beard back on. And now, listen, anybody who talks to Moose, don't let him take you down the Japanese bait rabbit hole.
Oh, that was another 3 o'clock in the morning night.
Right?
That was last week, wasn't it?
That was last week. I started with, I don't even remember what we started about. We're on, I'm in my fishing room. We start chatting about something. Then we got on Daiwa Reels.
Yeah.
No, first we got on Daiwa Clothing.
Yeah.
And then we went to Daiwa Reels, and we were drooling over the steezes. And then this is where he got me. And I kind of feel like I got sold by a used car salesman. He was like, you should see all the fancy baits. And we were on AliExpress, right? Like,
That is the first time I've ever heard you say it properly.
Honey, bring
Right.
down the credit card.
Yeah.
so Moose is like, and the best part is I'm on my computer and we're sending links back and forth to each other. Like we're in the zone, right? He takes me down this rabbit hole of soft plastic baits for 29 cents a piece. Right?
What?
I look, I'm not even kidding you. You can buy everything you ever thought of in a different package that you can't read on that. And I look at my phone, it's 20 after 3 in the morning, and Moose is like a school kid on the other side of the thing,
yeah.
right? Like,
I don't think that guy sleeps, does he?
No, because when I'm trying to get a hold of him, he's nowhere to be found. But he's sleeping.
yeah, that's
And then
right.
when I go to bed, he's boom. Once
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
maybe we are the same person.
You are.
We could be the same person.
It's like Fight Club.
We'll
Fish
just call you
Club. It's like Fish Club.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Fish
Snuffleupagus.
club.
Rule about
Hey.
Fish Club.
But I've had those late night links to some crazy
Oh,
baits.
yeah,
I'm
you
just
like-
going,
So
he's like, what do you think?
And it's totally. It's
What's
like,
this place called?
AliExpress.
Ali.
It's
It's
everything
like
known to
the,
man.
It's
it's like
basically an Asian
What's that?
Amazon.
What's that
Yeah.
other one?
Really?
Yeah, it's Amazon.
So it's
for-
just not baits; it's everything in the world.
it's
Everything.
It's like
Everything.
Alibaba. Right? They have that Alibaba
Yeah,
site.
yeah, yeah.
It's just
Never
like
heard
one
of
of those. Yeah.
and don't even
Don't
don't even
worry
go
about
there,
it.
man.
No.
I'm
Don't
It's
telling
like
you.
600 crankbaits for like $10.
Yeah. What's it called?
can
And
imagine.
you can like we were looking at swim baits, right? Like soft plastic swim baits, and they're like $4 for 20 packs. It's crazy. But it is a rabbit hole that you don't want to go down with Moose anytime after 1 p.m.
Yeah, yeah.
and a.m.
I may have bought some at some point.
Well,
Had you
Or-
got it yet?
Yeah,
Listen.
like 400 swim baits for like $60, and they were completely the different colors than what the website was showing.
No kidding.
So when I contacted them, you gotta click and you gotta get onto Chinese time. So finally,
yeah.
some weird name at like 3 o'clock in the morning, boom, pops up, and I'm like, listen, like this isn't the colors that I ordered, and they're like, oh, they work still. I'm like, I'm like, okay, I guess we move on then.
so
gotta try that.
after we were an hour into the rabbit hole, Moose started sending me pictures of the ones he'd bought from home, right? Like it went deep. Like I had to at like 20 after 3 be like, Moose, I gotta go to bed. I gotta drive kids to school in like an hour and a half, dude.
Yeah, tackle is an addiction.
Oh,
It is.
fishing is an addiction.
Yeah,
Fishing,
but tackle and fishing are totally different.
so
I
here's
think.
here's a topic that we can talk about. There's like rod and reel guys, and then there's like crankbait guys, and then there's like soft plastic guys, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, my real addiction is like fish and clothing guy, right? Like rain suits and waders
Big time.
and like hunting clothes.
Yeah.
I'm not. If you go into my tackle stuff, I really only got the stuff that works. That I know that I'm cheaper in hell, right? You like listen. If I go to that and I buy the new thing that doesn't work and I don't think it's gonna work, it's gonna take like 3 of my buddies to come and be like, "This is awesome," and then I'll buy one, right?
Ned rig.
But yeah,
Or
totally.
me, I pick out lots of your
But
baits.
if I'm like I see a raincoat and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta have it, gotta have it, gotta have it, or like new shoes for
You
the boat.
bought that coat. You bought that coat, that Chinese site.
Which one?
It's got like a digital camo on or something, doesn't it?
I got one of
Yeah,
those.
no,
Yeah.
it's an awesome looking
It
coat,
is.
man.
Totally. I got 2 of them. I'm gonna sell one to you.
Oh yeah?
I got an extra one.
How'd you get an extra
They
one?
were $600 each.
Cause
They were, like,
awesome. No, but I got addicted. Like man,
$24.99.
I really. But I know guys who are just reel and rod guys who like
Yeah.
buy a reel and then change the guts out of the reel to make it like a super reel. But I know other guys.
That's
Hey,
crazy.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I know.
Change the
That's
bearings.
some
and-
technical
The bearings,
shit
the
right
The
there.
handles,
everything.
right? And but I know other guys like you go to their house and they have totes and totes and totes of tackle.
That's me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Right?
think I'm-
Yeah, you want to do a walk through my garage? You can't
been
open
there.
the
Yeah,
door.
Yeah,
you
I've
can't
been
claim
there.
it.
I'm not a tackle guy.
No.
I buy what works. I buy like black jigs, right? I buy like my trailers that I like,
Yeah, yeah.
right? And then it's pretty
And?
hard. It's pretty
And?
hard to get me to like if I know something's going to work. Like if I go to the lake, I'm going to use a black jig with a blue trailer, right? And you're going to have to here's how bad it is. When I was young, remember when drop shotting came to Canada?
Yeah.
I wouldn't drop shot for 2 years. I thought it was the stupidest thing in the whole world.
Really?
Honest to God, I was like, get that away from me.
Wow.
I'm not fairy sticking with a drop shot.
Easy,
and then,
tiger.
And then
That's offensive.
we caught some fish on it, and then I was
Do you
like,
need a
all right,
special
this is
place?
legit,
Yeah.
right? So I'm not a tackle junkie. You guys, are you tackle junkie?
No, I'm not.
No.
Not really. No.
Yeah,
I'm not an anything junkie.
I've got so many bags of plastics.
Really?
Oh, thousands of
Now,
dollars.
I
probably.
am a
Fucking
I do
gosh.
too that I'll never use.
Yeah,
Remember in
yeah.
South
I
Carolina?
give a lot of it away.
So do
Right? I see kids on docks. I go through and I just start hucking stuff to those kids. I love seeing kids fishing, right?
Yep.
I love seeing kids fishing. Last year I bought a box of 500
I saw
spinner
that.
baits. And I just give them away to kids, man. Give them away to kids. A spinner bait, they can tie on a spinner bait, and chances are they're going to hook something.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Almost everything will hit a spinner bait. So I think
Not
that's
unless
one
you
of the
want
best.
them to, but
Well, yeah. But that's one of the best baits you can give a kid.
That's like the.
you think so?
Yeah, because they can cast it and retrieve it, cast it and retrieve it, cast it and retrieve it. They don't have to worry about plastics, like different
I
ways of
gotcha.
rigging things. You know, all you do is tie it on and go.
Remember that angler
It's a
new
plug
angler
and play.
thing we did? The day of your birthday and stuff, right?
Yeah, the day
and we
after.
Went, we went
Remember that
fishing.
time
we
you
went
cried?
fishing. We went fishing that.
Oh, in the
before
morning?
that?
Yeah, I
And
remember.
we're up north end of
You
Rice.
got emotional.
And I'm
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
fishing
yeah.
a dock. There's 2 kids on the dock there. I said, "Hey, do you want to hear something real cool?" They said, "What's that?" I said, "See that guy behind me that's coming this way? He's the Santa Claus of fishing. I guarantee if you guys are on this dock fishing when he comes by, he's going to throw you some baits." So they fished away, and then Sean went,
Well, we got a
"Ooh,
question.
do-do-do-do-do."
Right
I
past
didn't
them.
even stop for the
You know
point.
what?
Yeah, no, I ended up going back and
Listen,
giving
Yeah,
them a
he
bunch
did.
of stuff.
He did.
We got
Yeah.
a great question here for Jason Renner, and it's something we just talked about.
What is it?
Boys, polarized sunglasses. How much do you spend?
How much do you spend?
Me, I'm a cheap, and
Me too.
I spend
$30.
Yeah, because I lose. I had like a couple really nice pairs, and one's at the end of the pier in Port Hope here on the way out to salmon fishing. There's 3 pairs at the train tracks on Rice Lake. There's one on the Otonabee River. So then I got cheap, and I started just buying like bulk. I found one pair I really like, and I just started buying. Like Oscar, we go to the spring fishing show, and I'm like, I shake the guy's hand. He says, "I'm glad to see you again this year," and I'm like, okay, I'm going to take a box of the red cool ones. I'm going to take a box of these frames, and then
Have you put on a real pair?
What do you mean?
Like a high-end glass?
Yeah. I used to have I had a couple pairs of Oakleys, I had a couple pairs of Costas, And I think they are a lot better.
Costas, I'll tell you something. I was out with Danny McGarry, and it was after he did the show with Bob Azumi, and Bob gave Danny a really nice pair of Costas. And Danny was like, here, check these out. And I had on another high-end pair of glasses, but I'll tell you something. The difference, like they were pretty much the same lens.
Yeah.
Right? It wasn't like different colored lenses or anything. But the difference in quality of lens, I could see so much clearer and deeper into the water than I could before.
Still didn't catch
I think between like a 300 pair I had and these $40 ones, personally, I don't find any difference. It doesn't help me fit. And it's just personal preference.
See,
Right?
mine have to be prescription, right?
Yeah, yours.
So that gets expensive. and
Now
I got
break out
tired.
yours. Let's see them. You can.
Yeah. I got tired of
You got a
losing
new company.
Yeah, yeah.
$400 glasses.
Because I used to buy the cheap glasses
Yeah.
too. And then, you
Oh
know,
wow.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Show them the
wow.
camera.
These are called popsicles.
Popsicles?
So,
Oh,
come in a
wow.
nice little case.
Now I
there.
want a
What
popsicle.
is this?
Now, this case-
is this for
Yeah, a
pirates
blue
or
one.
something? Is this for pirates? No.
This case you just
What?
had attached to your belt, and it's
Yeah.
super small.
That may help me not lose glasses too.
No.
So
no.
pop in
Not
together.
at all.
It's like the
And they pop right
Transformer
out.
glasses.
Yeah,
Those are
check 'em
pretty
out.
slick, buddy.
Those are
They're-
nice.
The Costas use
Oh, they just
Carl
broke.
Zeiss
Smash.
lenses as well, and these are Carl Zeiss lenses.
I wouldn't
Those
let
are
him
nice.
use
Same
those.
same lens as Costas.
Let me
Yeah.
see. Let me
Yep.
see.
And
Yeah, they look pretty good on you.
I like
lots of different
square
styles.
glasses though. I like
Exactly.
square-
They got
I like-
eight different styles, like every other
And
brand.
what do they run for? You get those at the
These
Classic?
don't go with my
Yeah,
flat
you can
brim.
get them at the Classic.
Is that where you got them?
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
dope though.
They run, average pair, just like a Costa. I think like just over 200 American. For a
But you
good-
know
good
what's
pair.
good about this? Like if we take those are like really travelable,
Yeah.
right? If you
Travelable.
new word.
Yeah, they're
You know
more
what?
travelable.
That's
Like
gotta
let's say
Hold on, we're not there yet. We got travelable. We got to talk about this. I
Yeah,
think.
we do.
There's a lot of shit I
We
think that could
do.
be travelable. We got to save that
Travelable.
word.
like for the guy who's like flying in places, they
noting
got a
it.
protective case. That's really handy.
Because I'm
They are
bad
pretty
like
cool.
that. I would break them, sit on them.
Or if you had like these would go great in like my
Portable.
no travelable
Travelable.
my center console on my boat because I could get banged up like
Yeah.
bounce around, not only for your main
Or
glasses
your,
but
your
like
fanny
for,
pack.
Yeah, you
Or
know,
your
and
fanny pack?
inside that pack too, like those glasses don't move. I took a hardcore look at that case with the glasses in there, and the glasses, no matter how much you throw that around, those lenses won't get scratched.
That's
Right?
pretty sweet, man.
Yeah,
those are pretty
they're built
dope.
pretty good.
I
Like-
think
And did you say anything about
Transformers.
price? What did you say the price was?
They range. I mean, I think you can go from like 150 American right up to like I think their high end pairs like 230 or something like that.
it's all
Right on.
about
Jinkies.
my biggest thing is that with sunglasses, my best advice would be if as soon as you find one pair that you really like, stick with that. And like buy the shit out of them because they'll stop making them on you and then you'll be like screwed. So no matter what it is, if you find a good pair of glasses or whatever brand you choose, make sure you buy them up because every time I worry. Every year I go to that spring fishing show, my dude's not going to be there, right? And then what am I going to
My
do? I
dude's
do?
always there.
We got Chili. Chili ate 3 pairs in her first month here.
True story.
Yeah, Chili's your wiener dog,
My
right?
wiener dog, right?
You got your wiener dog glasses?
Ask Amber. I was like in a panic to
Oh,
find
she chewed
this
through
guy.
2 of
The
mine, too.
lenses, everything. She just ate sunglasses. Only
Chewed my
sunglasses.
Ray-Bans
Your
and
dog
my
eats some
Maui
weird
Jims.
shit.
Yeah, Daiwa hats too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Some bitch. But whatever glasses you're gonna wear, I can tell. Like if you're a sunglass guy, I can totally you see spending the big money. If you're a lose at everything guy, you gotta be like
Somebody's
me.
looking
Yeah.
for glasses. What do you think are the top 3 things they need to look for?
Style.
Well,
Style.
comfortable.
Says
Style.
the clothing guy.
I'm thinking comfort,
Comfort is-
coverage, and coolness. Hey, the 3
Well,
C's
the
for
The
glasses.
color, the color of the lenses also matters. too,
Color,
right?
there's another
Whether
C
you're gonna
word, yeah.
effectively
Yeah.
see into the water.
What do you think of those amber lenses?
Mark
Can you guys
needs
wear those?
to do a segment on.
Yeah, I've had
the
amber
3
lenses.
Cs.
Yeah, depending on the day. It all
I've
depends
had
on
a
the day.
lot of
if your
amber
color
in my
lens.
life. No.
Wearing a lot of amber.
Speaking of Amber made the Ike Live show
Hey.
last week.
Did, yeah.
Somebody else made the
champion.
Ike Live show too.
I did
Yes,
too.
you did.
I got to watch out for
No, it wasn't you.
Takahiro.
Yeah.
Ike
Hey,
warned
I
me.
think
gotta-
somebody else made the Ike
Yeah,
Live
yeah.
show too.
Yeah, Janser
Mr.
boy.
Sean McCall, the Canadian. So, that's always cool. I'm always they've mentioned me a few times. Carpenter and Dave for sure listen to this crazy podcast.
Yeah, they give you a pretty good shout out.
They
I
are.
really-
They're
I
super
really like
awesome.
that.
I talk to Carpenter a lot. He gives me a hard time about spelling. He's like the spelling police.
We were doing a.
You know what the funny thing though is? Dave always gives me a hard time because I'm too nice.
Yeah.
right? Like I'm too Canadian. He'll like text me and be like,
Well, that's our thing, right?
Right?
We are Canadian.
he's like, what you should do is shit on all your friends in there. It'd be a lot better show if you just, shit on them all.
that's
He's like, watch our show. I'll shit on all of them all day long.
That's a barrier.
Yesterday when you had that mask on, that Ike,
Yeah.
and you're talking, I think Joan melted in the couch a little bit there.
Joan's got a thing for Ike.
I
Eh?
think she does. I think she does.
She kissed Ike at the Ike.
She did, right on the lippers.
Sorry, Becky.
Sorry, Becky.
Sorry, Mike.
Becky was right beside him.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you should just let her go. I had to let Amber go. I've been like,
Let it
just go. So Mike was trying to do a really good job concealing Amber's name, and then Brian's like, I think the Canadian you're talking about is Amber, Ian West's wife / lady friend.
Put it
Lady
right on
friend,
her.
yeah. Lady
And the
friend.
funny thing is that we had it on in our living room TV like loud. I was down here, and I was watching it down here, and I heard her as soon as Mike said Ike after party. I heard her go, what? And run down the hall.
You know,
like-
Yeah.
Just like she was running down the hall at the Ike.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was. She was getting carried around.
Yeah, I just remember seeing her going back and forth.
I actually made a pretty good buddy down there, Chris Grohl. He, I seen him at the show. I caught
He's
him
a good
on
guy.
He's a great
He's
dude.
super good dude.
He actually just tuned in. He's watching right
No
now.
way.
I want to say hi to him.
What's
yeah,
up,
he's
homie?
a super cool dude. We, as soon as I walked in, well, I met him at the show, right?
Yeah.
And I caught him on the Stray Cast podcast.
That's a good
couple
podcast.
weeks. Yeah, those guys know.
I like that
And
show.
I really liked all the stuff the guy was saying. He's a new rookie this year on the Bass Elites, and step into that role is pretty awesome, right?
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
That's
So
exciting.
Me and this guy really hit it off. We had good conversation all night. Did a lot of shots,
Big bow hunter.
like shots.
Big bow hunter.
Yeah.
We
Is
like
that
bow
the
hunter.
guy
boy.
that asked if I was who's the crazy bitch?
Yeah, might have been.
That could have been anybody.
One of them.
yeah.
That was Steve Kennedy.
Sorry, Steve.
Yeah, I want to know who's responsible for taking that video out there of me and Glusek and
I wasn't
Wasn't
me.
me.
We
That
had
was
guy by
crazy.
then.
the other guy that
Yeah,
was beatboxing.
Wasn't me.
I don't
Yeah.
know. We were gone by then.
Yeah,
Hold on. If you guys
I
keep
was-
talking, I can play.
I was throwing some hands in that video. That was pretty wild.
You were.
Yeah,
Dude,
that
that
was
was
great.
dynamite,
me in my
buddy.
suit
You
and
even
jacket.
had your jacket
Yeah.
half
I
off.
know. I was covered in
Yeah.
Nike Live stickers. It was awesome.
The-
They really wanted us out of that bar.
Do you
Yeah,
remember? Do you remember when we found that video of you with somebody else wearing your coat?
Oh, that's right too. And I was like, wow, yeah.
There you are.
Look at him go.
Yeah,
Look-
yeah.
Yeah,
Look
look
at the
at that.
sway.
Look at those
Yeah,
moves.
throwing hands.
Yeah. It's like he's got
Throwing
dislocated
hands.
shoulders. He
I'm
just-
Pete
Yeah.
Glusek, bitches.
It was awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
That's super cool. So thanks, guys, for giving us the shout out. It was pretty exciting.
It was a
I always
great
like-
party.
I always like
It was a
hearing my
great
name. I get
party.
all
It was a
pumped
great
out.
party.
I'm like,
Yeah. You know what? While we're going across the Pro Series, let's talk about the FLW on Cumberland this weekend.
I didn't watch any of it.
I didn't
Really?
watch any of it.
Are you
either.
guys serious?
Did you?
I know
You didn't see-
Johnson got like 6 or something.
Well,
Yes.
You know what? That guy, Chris Johnson is he's next level, man. Like he's got it going on. He can fish. So there's no
He can
there's
fish.
no
About it, right?
there's no the proof's in the pudding, man. The guy puts fish in the boat. You know, and
consistently.
Ooh,
yeah.
They, uh,
Somehow,
Yeah.
Jeff, a.k.a. Moose, is posting on the live feed while he's sitting
Where's
here.
your phone, Jeff?
Where's your phone? Yeah.
What?
Where
Right
you,
here.
oh,
Is-
look.
okay, I just wondering if it's you typing.
Yeah.
No, I'm not typing, man.
They're machines.
yeah,
They both are.
yeah.
They're like they're competitive fishermen.
Yeah, they are.
Yes,
They're
they
not.
are.
They're not beer leaguing it.
No.
What do you think about guys who don't want to fish against them here? Since we're on the tournament topics,
Those
Uh,
guys
we're
will never
signed
get
up.
better.
Well,
I want to fish against them.
you got to look at it too, though. A lot of guys think they're just going to go and donate, right? Like that's the big word. Oh, I'm going to go and donate to Corey and
Why
Chris.
though?
Well,
Are you scared?
Maybe they don't think they can beat them one day.
They
or-
do this for a full-time living.
Yeah, but if you want to go out there and compete at a level with these guys,
Oh,
then
100%.
put your time on the water. Maybe,
When
right?
I
Like,
grow up, I want to fish on the Bassmaster Elite Series or the FLW Walmart Tour. I just don't want to fish against those guys until I get there. Right?
When I grow
Yeah,
up.
I don't
Oh
know.
my God.
yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, we're us Ontario guys. We're lucky to have them.
I
Like
know they.
listen. If okay, I totally get it. If Corey and Chris hand their your asses to you and you go home and you're on the pity pout, Stop telling everybody you're Pro Stars Ultimate Fisherman. First off, right? I don't want to see you bragging on Facebook anymore because Corey and Chris wiped the floor with you, and now you don't want to fish against them, right? You're not going to the the Walmart Tour or the Elite Series because you don't want to fish against them, right? Yeah. First off, straight up, I want to see the smack talk stop on Facebook that you're a great angler, because you can't be a great angler as long as Chris and Corey don't show up.
That's the way.
I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it.
I'll fish against
Let
anybody.
them fish. I don't care.
Me too.
I'm
I
there
don't
for
care.
fun.
I don't care who's out there.
You know what? And you should be super proud. Everybody always talks about it, like, and I'm not like super close friends with Corey and Chris or anything like that. But you should look on the list, and nobody ever talks about them when they shit the bed. I've been at tournaments where Corey and Chris shit the bed and finished, with 3 fish, or finished in 18th place. Nobody ever talks about that. We only talk about it when they get on a roll, right?
I've seen Van Dam get 0 fish.
Yeah, come on.
It's like,
that's
he's
fishing.
catching 0 fish.
That's fishing,
That's
right?
fishing.
We just see it when they get on a roll and they do really well, and then everybody gets on the bandwagon that I don't want to fish against Corey and Chris. So here's what you do: the next time you fish a tournament, right, and Corey and Chris finish in 12th or 23rd or 36th or second, if your name's above them, just be proud of yourself.
And then go out to the boat and go,
Yeah, right. That's a dick move.
Yeah. Because you're going to finish first the next round.
Yeah.
oh, yeah?
We want to
Break
fish
the
against
bag
them,
record.
but let's not be motivating them to kick our asses on day 2. But I think that I think if you're going to be if you're going to be a competitive angler, you got to be competitive against everybody, not
That's
just
right.
who you pick
Absolutely.
and choose.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
We're lucky to have them. I really feel that way.
Yeah, for sure. In that event, I want to give a shout out to Alan Boyd. Alan Boyd, I had the chance to fish against. He was on Team USA when I went and fished the Pan American in late January, early February. He's a really cool dude. I had a chance to really hang out with that guy the last night down there, and we got into a few pops. And he, I'm super stoked for that guy. I'm glad to see him going out there and doing what he's supposed to be
Do
doing.
you have any stories that don't start with, well, we had a few pops?
His name's Doubles.
Yeah. Okay, never mind.
Listen, we've never even done a travel vlog where in one of them he didn't lay down.
I like my pops.
That's all.
Do you want to get on the Pan Am?
Do I? Yeah, I'll talk about.
You want to go there?
Yeah, sure. I'm ready for that. I actually had
controversy.
A chance. Yeah. I actually had a chance to do a pretty cool interview with the guys from CFN, the Canadian Fishing Network.
What did I say? OAC?
CSFN?
Yeah. So anyway, last Monday, the guys from Canadian Fishing Network, Scotty and Red, asked me to be on their show, and it was, we had a great interview. They introduced me a little weird.
That was great. Red's got a huge man crush on Sean
Oh,
McCall. I'm telling
He
you,
gets
man.
nervous around
Oh, he
anybody.
does.
He's
He's got a body.
It was weird.
He called you hunky? What did he call you?
I
Got a
don't even want
body.
to go there. I've been getting ribbed all week for it, though. But that interview was super cool, and I got a chance to get into a little bit with how that team actually got put together, because it was a last minute deal. It's not like
and you didn't want to get too deep on their show because they're nice people.
Yeah,
Right?
for sure. I know a lot of the guys that competitively fish here had problems with how the team was put together, but I want everybody to know that it wasn't anything against anybody. It was a short time deal, and what we had to do was put a team together of guys that were willing to make the investment, because it costs money to go down there and fish.
And guys that have already put their boats away for the year and
Well, yeah.
got them on storage can get the time off work, and it wasn't an easy thing. It wasn't for everybody.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't for anybody, and there was no time to pull a qualifier together because the goddamn lakes were frozen.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, it was what it was. And Canada was lucky enough to have 16 guys step forward.
Yep.
And say, I'll put my money there.
The biggest team.
I'm willing to make an investment into the future of this sport for our country.
And it wasn't cheap.
No, it wasn't cheap.
And there was no money to be made.
It cost Joey and I, between the two of us, over 5 Gs to go down there and back. We were gone for 13 days, right?
Yeah.
So, and the whole thing with Dave Chong doing the GoFundMe thing, I totally support that for this reason. If somebody's willing to go out there and say, you know what, I'm going to try to do this for my country. Not everybody in fishing is rich. I can count maybe two or three guys that do really well in this country.
Maybe you should give a little backstory to for folks who don't know about the Dave situation.
Okay, well, Dave Chong, he was one of my teammates on Team Canada for the Pan American, and he started a GoFundMe page.
And he's not somebody who just showed up. Like Dave's got a resume. Second to none in Ontario.
Oh yeah,
Canadian fishing. You mentioned David Chong.
There's no doubt the guy can fish. Everybody knows who he is.
Yeah. He's not like a slouch of an angler, right?
So he thought, he was like, you know what, this is going to be an expensive trip. Maybe I could try this GoFundMe thing. And I'll tell you something. There was a bunch of people that donated, and those people believed in growing the sport in Canada. That's why you make a donation like that. Not because who the person is. You got to look past that. You got to look at the meat and potatoes of the subject, right?
Yeah.
Like this was to try and grow the sport. This is to try and put this sport into the Olympics, right? This is for the future of our sport. We got to grow this thing, and we got to do it together.
Now, yeah, go ahead.
Right, we got to do it together as a team. Like, it's not just one person going to be able to do it. We all got to pitch in and try to do a little bit together.
Some guys got offended and shit on poor Dave.
Well, yeah, because maybe they didn't get picked for the team, or the way the team went together, or hey, I got a $80,000 boat, $60,000 truck, but I'm asking for money to go fish a tournament. Yeah, now, like, why tear a guy apart for trying to?
You know what?
Yeah.
I think the big thing is that. I think it's just that Dave was the first one to do it.
And he got ripped pretty hard about it.
I'll tell you something right now.
I'm guaranteed. Like, it wasn't like Dave was like, "Give me money." It was. I read the post, and you didn't have to donate to Dave. You just you didn't have to shit on him, because there was lots of people who wanted to donate to Dave to make sure that we could send a team down.
That's right.
And that Dave could go.
That's right.
There's a lot of people that can't just scroll past the post.
No, that's right.
You know.
There's got to be a lot of people who can't scroll past this post.
Well, it is what it is. I give zero shits, right? You know, I just don't think the guy should be shit on for something like that. You know what I mean? I think, and when I'll tell you something, he represented our country like no other down there. You know what I mean? I was honored to be able to stand with those guys in that photo. You know, and be a part of that team.
And all us Canadian fishermen, we just want to be represented in the fishing industry. And how not better to do that by investing in having our people down there and representing Canada and saying, hey, we exist up here. We went just Corey and
we went down
Chris,
there,
right?
We went down there full roster, 16 guys, 18 strong. Yeah. Like we were no joke.
You know what?
No. When we showed up, they were like, "Fuck." That's
that hunky McCall.
That was.
Red told us about you.
Fish are gonna jump in the boat.
But I think it's only because Dave was the first one to do it. Nobody had done it up here, right? And we,
I'll tell you something.
And listen, as tournament anglers in Canada are notorious for shitting on each other.
Yeah,
for anything.
Unfortunately,
I think it's sad that he had to do that. I wish there was some type of funding source there.
I think with it being so new, I think that there's a lot of talks now with an event coming to Canada in 2019. I can pretty much guarantee there'll be qualifiers for it. You know what I mean? But listen, it'll probably go down something like this. Guys are going to show up. It's not going to be for any money, this tournament.
Yep.
It's not going to be, and there's going to be an entry fee. Right? And all the money raised there is going to go to the team. So whether you place or not, your money is gone. It's going to go to the team. So show up if you want to support the growth of this sport.
The big thing is that like the next time we do this, Team Canada or may have to run fundraisers to raise the money.
Oh, 100%.
Well, that's 100%. That's what they do with the OBN, right? The qualifier to go down south. There's an entry fee. I think it's $250 or $275 an angler. And there's no prize money at the end of the day.
There you go.
What you do is
whoa. For what?
For the qualifier.
There's no money?
There's no money. It's Team Ontario. So that
Son
money...
of a bitch.
Yeah,
no.
but that money, Ian, goes towards those
guys,
26
I need
guys that go down
if you're
south.
out there. Send it my way.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That funds the team to go down south.
Well, I'll tell you,
we're
Team
USA
Bass. Team USA Bass had a GoFundMe page.
Oh, no doubt.
And nobody ripped on those guys.
Because it's America. right? America's get behind that flag,
like this,
and then
they're thinking,
support each other.
we got to fish against somebody.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
I you know,
Kill them Canadians.
Yeah, they're gonna take all our women.
Yeah.
Dang them nice people.
You know, no, it's
Dave's a great dude. I've talked to Dave 100 times in my life. Dave's always been super nice to me, super supportive. He didn't mean any harm by it.
no.
He just wanted to go to the tournament.
I've known Dave for a long time since I got into bass fishing,
good
and
dude.
he's a standout guy.
No, we should be shitting on anybody who's going anywhere to do like
To represent our country,
yeah,
and
or
to do it
represent
well.
tournament fishing or represent anything.
you know.
You don't have to like agree with everything everybody does,
That's right.
but it doesn't mean you should like publicly shit on somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bullshit, I think,
Yeah,
right?
totally. It's a jealousy.
You know, if you
kinda-
got a problem with it, go to the guy yourself and say, hey, listen, this is my problem.
PM 'em.
And then maybe he's going to tell you a story that's going to change your fucking mind.
You know what?
Yeah.
Dave needs a podcast to talk about these people on.
Right? Well, I don't know. That's just my thoughts on the thing.
I like
anyway.
your thoughts on
Let's get to more irritating information that I have to share.
Perfect.
The goddamn Ganny race on my hometown river this
Float your
weekend.
fanny down the Ganny?
Ooh. Is it
So-
going this weekend?
Oh, for now. I hope it rains for the rest of the week.
Supposed to.
So here's what happens. In Port Hope, Ontario, where I grew up, in 1980, they had a flood, and it devastated the town. And every year since then, we've been raping the river to make a little money for the town. Last weekend, we were supposed to have the Float Your Fanny Down the Grace. Townspeople and people from all over the province of Ontario come to our town. They build a raft out of, whatever they can
Garbage.
find that floats. Bro, you guys got some food there?
We got some berries.
We got candy.
Could I have a beer?
Yeah.
So they build a raft, or they go down there in their kayak or whatever. The only problem is that there's steelhead spawning in that river right now, and when steelhead spawn on gravel beds, so every time that one of these pleasure crafts hit bottom, they're destroying our steelhead
Destroying the nest.
population. And we don't. If you look at the facts and the numbers and the fish going through, we really don't have like an overabundance of steelhead to be nuking for.
Give us some numbers on the steelhead, because you were talking to me
son
about
of a
this.
bitch.
You were talking to me about this last week, and the numbers are ridiculous from what it used to be to what it is.
Was there a race last year?
Oh, for sure. Every
Was
year.
it?
Yes.
They're
Every-
they're not allowing dogs at this one this year either, too.
What?
So.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that.
No dog. My girlfriend's pissed.
Really?
It's like freezing anyway.
Yeah, yeah. Hey.
Why do you want to be there anyway?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. So, so here's the numbers. This is not an updated number at all, but there was like 1,355 fish over the ladder as of
Last week, was it?
last week, which is way short of what it should be.
Okay, give us a number of what it used to be.
What year? Pick a year. The first year I got here is 1974, and I got to 2015.
Give us 10 years ago.
Yeah, 10 years.
What did that take us? 2008? 3,963 fish were observed. An
half.
estimated 4,713 went over the dam.
So we're like a third.
If we go 20 years before that, 1989, 13,121 fish were observed,
10%.
with an estimated 18,169 fish went over the dam. That's not
wow.
including fish that didn't go over the dam.
Now, when are
And
these
then we
numbers
started
go
having
to?
to float your fanny
What do you
down the
mean?
canny.
What do
Like,
you
when do these numbers are like that? Is that whole season, or is it to
No,
the
no.
date
That-
when
that-
you looked at
it'd
it?
be
Like,
the-
when's
it'd be
the
the
cutoff date for
steelhead
those
ru-
numbers?
Oh,
The steelhead run.
The steelhead run.
So
It'll go up. I'll
going.
bet you it's
Steelhead
still going to go up.
Steelhead aren't jumping in August, are they?
No.
The
So they're
start
still
of
going to
season,
go
right?
over. The problem is the water's so freaking cold. I've read a report that it's only 4 degrees Canadian.
wow.
Canadian.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right? Those fish are like, so here's what's already going to happen. And this is not even for just steelhead this year. It is so goddamn cold in Ontario. The walleye spawn is going to suck. It's too cold.
Water's really, really low too.
Right? They like
Even after this week.
Not
these
now.
fish are
Oh, maybe
pregnant.
not now.
It's,
Yeah.
it's not like these fish can hold on to their eggs until it warms up. Like there's a point where they got to spew their eggs and they're going to do their deal no matter what the temperature is. The steelhead will not jump over that dam in 4 degrees water. Like they won't. The 1,355 fish were probably all went through on the if you looked at like a chart where the temperature was the highest of that water, that's when they went through in very short windows. Which means these fish are going to have rafts run over them a week before the opener, right? Like these fish need to be left alone for they can spawn. So that when opening and fishing goes through, we have a good chunk of them already through, done their deal, back in the pools. Opening weekends are going to be a slaughter fest, let alone opening weekend after you ran these boats over. And I really thought the town had an agreement they were never going to run this stupid race the weekend before opener ever again. That's why they tried to do it the beginning of the month, right? I understand the town's got to make money.
Why don't they wait till it's like warm?
The water levels aren't there, I guess.
Yeah, the idea too is to have it when we had the flood in the 80s.
Nobody remembers that.
Oh,
yeah, but if it's affecting the fishery, like this is one of the main.
So, like, and here's my biggest thing in Ontario. For some reason, people don't give a shit about fish. I think it's, in my opinion, is because they don't have any emotion on their face and they don't scream. If we were talking like there was fawns having or does having fawns in the river, and people were going to run rafts over them and kill the fawns, this would never happen. If we were having polar bears that were having babies in the Ganaraska River, this would never happen.
Because they don't see them, right? They don't see the fish.
Right.
They think they don't exist, right?
I've seen many emotion on fish's face. Every time I pull one into the boat, it looks at me and it's like, oh, fuck. Right in the live well. There you go. You're getting weighed.
So I think...
No, on the measure stick, and then maybe in the live well.
Could you imagine?
Are you 12? Are you 12? Are you 12? 12 and a quarter. All right. 5 of those and I'm in.
I don't know why the Ministry of Natural Resources let this happen. They wouldn't let us, go tear up a spawning bed.
They're pretty quiet in
A
this.
walleye spawning bed. And they
Can we
wouldn't
sue
let
somebody?
Right?
Maybe it's just not brought to their attention.
Oh, they
enough.
know.
I'm sure they know.
This has been
Enough.
going on for 37 years.
Maybe it's not brought to their attention enough.
By the right people.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Hashtag MNR. Please help.
Right?
Save our souls. So I don't know. I think it's stupid. Comment there below. What do you think?
My phone died.
Really?
Yeah.
It's just, I can't believe that it's okay that we just kill the fish over like a little bit of money. Why is that all right?
That's stupid.
They should cancel. I don't. So we can't. Okay, here we go. Everybody, plug your ears because I'm gonna go on about fishing bass on beds. It's all right for me to catch a steelhead on its bed, run a raft over it, throw rocks in the river, drink beer, stand on them, but it's against the law to fish a bass on its bed.
Can you pass me that?
Well, they're cuddling. So what's the deal there, right? Well, like in
why
our
not
zone, pike is open all year round.
Yes.
Right?
But they're an invasive species, so we can't really...
But what it's done, it's created a catch and release bass season without having a catch and release bass season because the pike are where the smallmouth and largemouth are. And, we're not talking 45-inch pike here. We're talking hammer handles. And if you got like a 35-inch one, you got yourself a trophy out of Ballsack Lake.
Yeah.
Right?
I've seen some good ones out of Ballsack.
Yeah, me too.
But you're not going to cast musky lures. The bass won't eat.
No.
You're going to catch jerk baits.
You're jerk bait, spinner bait.
A 6-inch
early
bait.
season, you're smashing
right?
pike.
And you're going to catch smallmouth. Everybody's going to, it's just a matter of fact. So basically, they're saying it's all right to catch pike and the occasional smallmouth, but it's not all right to smallmouth fish.
And you're not allowed to take pictures of them.
No, you're not.
Right?
And nobody's policing this at all because it's Ontario and we have no money.
True.
So what do you
True.
like?
But you are getting guys rip on guys when they're early season fishing. They stop. They actually take a picture of a fish and throw it back in the lake. I don't really agree with guys ripping on guys for that either. Like if you take a picture of fish, I've never seen a fish die in 5 seconds.
But I totally think they should nuke them. I don't think you should take a photo of a fish out of season. First off, I don't think it in principle, right? Like, man, I don't get it.
Legally, it's not allowed.
Yeah,
no,
legally,
man, I totally think that if the MNR had money, we should be getting all those photos that people post. It's not all right to catch a bass, and so here's the deal: it would be fine if it was catch and release season and somebody took the hook out, took a picture, and put it back. I'll guarantee you that's not happening. Here's what goes on: the average Joe catches this gigantic smallie. He goes in the net. He rolls around on the bottom of the boat for 2 minutes while somebody tries to find a camera, and you do high fives and cheers, right?
Yeah.
Then you hold the fish up. That's out of season.
Yeah, you got a point.
Take a picture of this of an out of season. Yeah. So if you catch, let's
run
say,
a GoPro,
right? Let's say you catch a 9-pound smallmouth bass and you take a picture of it. You didn't catch a giant fish. You caught a giant fish out of season because you'd never catch that bass when season's open.
Yeah, you're not catching.
You caught that fish, right?
Yeah.
It's way different. If the season's closed, don't take pictures of the fish. Just totally get them back.
Yeah, I think the interpretation. I mean, if you're going to take a picture, then you can define it as catch and release season.
Yeah.
That's right.
There's no
Yeah, you
difference.
know what? I think
I
you
never
actually
keep a
changed
fish.
my mind on
You
that.
get what I'm
subject. Yeah,
saying?
you might have.
I never
It's
keep a
kind of
fish.
like if you caught a bass through the ice, you got to put it back right away because you know what happened. Like think about that walleye that comes through the ice and it's rolling around on the ground while everybody's cheering. Its lungs are freezing, or gills are freezing.
Eyeballs
Right?
are freezing.
Like
out.
that's the problem. So and I learned a lot about like fish. As long as you can hold your breath, a fish can hold his breath. And as soon as you can't hold your breath, that
I'm
fish
like
is his brain's being
10
fried.
seconds and I'm going
You may
blue.
release him and he may swim away, but he has brain damage, right?
I
He's
start
got
holding my
lack of
Needs
breath as soon as I
counseling for
hook
sure.
it.
so we need to I want to see bass fishing open in March, and I'm never going to change my mind, no matter who shows what study.
Catch and release you're talking about.
Catch and
though, right?
release, so that you can go and I want to practice for my bass season, even if I have to let them go. And if we have to close it during the spawn, I'm willing to negotiate on that.
The thing is, though,
But
you can't tell the temperature. Look at our seasons.
totally.
Right?
But
So
but
how do
here's
you-
the deal. So here's the deal.
Excuse me.
This year there will be largemouth and smallmouth bass on the beds on opening day.
For sure.
Absolutely.
I guarantee
100%.
it.
Yep.
Right? So
think so?
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
dude, they're going to be on the beds in Lake Ontario until
In July.
In July, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. In Lake Simcoe, they'll be on beds, right? Rice Lake will have largemouth on beds, right? I'll guarantee it. So it's not going to hurt our fishery. I don't care what anybody says.
What do you think about bed fishing?
I think that
I think it's hard.
I think that
It is hard.
I think that Canadians have been brainwashed to think that this is like the terrible end of the world thing, and as Canadians,
Because we're closed during the season.
That's right.
Yeah,
And
the spawn.
you know, everybody's dads told them that this is a crime, and and I would never fish. I want everybody to know I'd never fish bass out of season. I respect the sport way too much, but I think that here's how it would go. If you've ever been to a lake like Lake Fork where there's a lot of pressure, those bass on the bed just don't bite.
Yeah, they're
not
tough.
easy.
They're tough to
They're,
get, man.
they're really hard.
They're tough to get.
We would have like one good week in all these lakes, and then those fish would be like, well, I'm not biting that shit anymore.
That's
right?
why I would just rather not bed fish there. It's such a pain in the dick. Right?
My concern, you know what? You go down. You've met a lot of Americans down south.
Yep.
They dream of our Canadian fisheries.
For sure.
So I'm a little impartial
I am
for
too.
wanting things to change. I mean, if that's what's created the fishing industry that we have and the populations, I'm scared to change it without real proof of saying that.
For sure.
I'm not willing to risk it. In other words,
I don't
right?
think we.
mean,
I don't think we
can
should.
see that
I
point.
don't think that we should change this because Ian West said so. I'm just giving.
Oh, okay.
I'm just giving you my opinion, right? If the science comes across from other states and our people, and it says, we might be good, then I want it open.
I know
But
so
if
many
if,
guys.
if that information says it's going to devastate, then I'll just keep talking the way I talk, and we'll just keep it closed.
I'd like to see
But
a catch
here's
and
my
release for
deal.
bass right across the board.
Yeah, but then we couldn't put them in our live wells for tournaments.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
We don't have
You
a
live-
catch and release for anything here.
No, yeah, we do. There's catch and
What?
release spots on the Grand River for brown trout.
It's okay.
Yeah.
One river.
You
one
live
species.
on you're an Erie fisherman,
What about sturgeon? I
right?
don't think you're allowed
Do
to
you
keep sturgeon.
think
You're not allowed to.
there's an imaginary line
Not
where you
here.
can fish and you can't fish?
Yeah.
Do you think that the New York side or the Pennsylvania side of Lake Erie has less fish than our side?
No, you know what? I'm more familiar with the U.S. side.
Yep.
I've just been, educated in that area.
There's fish there.
Oh yeah.
Would you agree that the water temperature is the same on both sides of the lake?
For sure.
Would you agree that there's more American fishermen than Canadian fishermen?
No, I think there's more American.
Yeah, there's more
For
Americans
sure.
fishing
I
over
mean-
there. Do you think that it would devastate our side of the lake to open our side of Erie at the same time they open their side of Erie? Or would it would help because it would spread the fishermen out?
Yeah, you know what? For me, I'm thinking the lake composition wise.
I totally
is,
think
is there a reason why the New York side has an abundant smallmouth fishery? There is smallmouth on the Canadian side, but that lake, the bottom composition changes everywhere.
Yeah,
you
fish
know,
live where the
I
fish
don't
live.
I don't
Yeah.
think we should ever like even catch and release season. I don't think we should ever open Lake Ontario for bass. I don't think that Simcoe should open early, but and there might be like 50 or 60 other lakes that we shouldn't open early, but there's got to be some that isn't a 6-hour drive from here to fish.
Well, yeah,
There's gotta
because
be some.
we can go north of
Sudbury area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
open
right.
on Temagami
But
and
like
stuff.
Erie's its own animal. I mean, everybody that's fished
For sure.
Erie, say, "Oh, you can fish there all year round." Well, go ahead. You sit by those docks and you tell me how many times you get out there in the fall or the winter time, all the way into April. I mean, you can pick one day a week, if that it's actually fishable.
Yep.
You know, so
You're talking weather conditions.
Yes,
and
exactly.
lake conditions. Yeah.
I mean, you can say it's open, but
I'm a fan. Like Brian the Carpenter once told me, I'm not going to get to fish half my life because bass season opens in June, right? And I know there's lots of other species to catch, but if bass season opened in March, I wouldn't even go walleye fishing. I'd bass fish, right? I might go like opening day and catch some walleye, but I want to bass fish, right?
well, we can take trips.
Yeah.
Let's go. Go down south, hit
Oh,
Alabama.
I do.
Florida.
I already do lots of
Texas.
trips. So
Like
I know,
I
that's what
want
I
it
do.
open.
It
Like
gives me opportunity.
you know,
Right.
like the ice is going to come out here, and I want to go fishing. I don't want to have to drive. I want to fish every day.
We could probably put some bass in my basement right now.
Yeah.
hey,
But you know,
Nice.
it is what it is.
I got some for ya.
I really think that over the next 5 years, I think that there's going to be some science and there's going to be some talks, and I know that there is some people in the science part of Ontario fisheries working on this and bringing information. And Jason was down in the Classic talking to, northern states about
Yep.
this. So I want a fair shot at this. I want to see their information. I want to see the science, and
Jeff,
I
you
just
have
don't
a
want it
bass
to be.
pond, right?
I just don't want it to be. You can't fish bass because we never fish bass.
Can you fish your
Yeah.
pond?
Yeah.
You can
Can you?
fish your pond any time of the year?
Yeah, private property.
Gotcha.
Yeah?
They're not very big in there, but
Jump the truck.
How much is
You
that?
want
How
some?
far is that?
2
How far is
hours?
that?
2.5 hours?
At
Yeah.
$1.50 a liter.
I've got like a 3-pounder.
I drive
right
there every day for the next, how long till I can't bass fish? Till I can bass fish.
$25 to get on the
70
property.
days? Yeah.
Right.
Right?
Comes with snacks.
You know what I mean?
now
Yeah.
you're talking
Yeah.
popcorn.
Yeah,
So-
popcorn.
Like, so
You guys like my popcorn.
That-
Yeah,
It's
it's
like a
good.
bag
that's
of
the deal,
popcorn,
right?
yeah.
Like, it's ultra expensive to drive anywhere in Ontario.
Sure it is, yeah. It is right now.
Yeah.
Right? It's $1.
$1.35.
Yeah, and then we got to put.
I hitchhiked here.
I got to put premium gas in my boat engine. So what do we like? Probably $1.60.
Yeah.
Right? You think
Yeah,
I
it's
got
brutal.
money to drive to Sudbury to catch a bass?
I mean, we drove to South Carolina there. I think it was like $125 there and back.
it's crazy. And that's the
Unreal,
thing. You
eh?
drive across
Oh,
that
yeah.
border,
Yeah.
and then like the price is cut in
Yeah,
half, and then you just
get
keep
across the border and drive.
Yeah.
right.
Crazy.
You're pumping it, it's just spilling all over the ground.
Yeah, it
You don't
doesn't
care.
matter. No, no.
That's all right.
It's good.
Yeah, I was down there on the way home. Me and Moose, we pulled into this one place, and this.
I was in Louisiana.
Yeah, I think so. It wasn't far from where we seen that car with all the baby doll.
That was
heads
really
and
So
stuff.
weird.
it was,
eh?
Yeah, that was
it was
screwed up.
Arizona, wasn't it?
I
Yeah,
got that video too.
that was
Crazy, eh?
right. That was a crazy car. That person
That was
wears
awesome.
That person's probably a serial killer. Wears skin suits and shit. Like that person was fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He should be
Straight
pulled
up.
over and
Yeah. Like
probably a
something's
lawyer.
up. Look in the trunk.
He has an AR-15.
But yeah, 100%. So anyway, we pull into this gas station, and the gas station attendant comes out to pump gas, and stops as she walks. It was a she. She walks out, stops as she walks out the door. As soon as she gets outside, lights a smoke, walks over to the gas pump, throws the pump in the car, and just starts pumping while she's sitting there sucking back a dart.
Still
Wow.
No
got
way.
time to waste, man.
I was like, "What the fuck?"
Smokes are cheap.
No
I'm like,
way.
I gotta move away from
That's
this
how cheap the gas
situation
is,
right now.
man.
Yeah, no.
Fire,
Phone rings.
Yeah, they can just burn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like everything in the states is cheaper,
Yeah.
and you can bass fish.
Right?
You know what? Every time you go into a gas station, you just wonder,
Yeah.
somebody gonna come in?
Yeah, for
You know what I
sure.
mean?
There is that aspect
Yeah.
of yeah, I totally get that too, but
See so many YouTube videos.
yeah,
So,
for sure. It's crazy. Like I just want fish. Talk about not getting a fish. I'm firing the vlog up at some point.
When the weather.
I'm like, man,
decides.
I thought we were gonna come back. I was like pumped that we were coming back from South
I
Carolina.
said this week is going to be the week.
And we have 6 or 7 inches of ice outside. Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
really
It's
want to get
snowing
my
right
boat
now.
out. I really want. We have so much stuff planned for that vlog this year, and
yeah.
it's like killing me not to film it. Like, and then I don't want to start the vlog early. Like, start the vlog and be like, all right, we're gonna do 9 hours of YouTube today
You're right.
of watching, not
Here
filming
we
it,
all at
watching.
Walmart.
Yeah, well, here we are at Walmart. Pick the kids up again. Yep, Ashton's not happy that he's not having chocolate for dinner.
And Emma's late.
Emma's late. Yeah, Emma's late. So we're going to fire this vlog up as soon as I get 3 good days. No, I'm not even going to say that. As soon as I can get like any kind of weather, and if not, April 25th, opening day of turkey season, that vlog's starting. even if there's a foot of snow, I'm going turkey hunting.
Oh, you're gonna have to.
Yeah.
Right?
Get
So
on the bird.
thank you for sticking with me.
Which is next week, isn't it?
It is next
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
That's crazy, eh?
You get to wear your snow camo.
Fuck you.
Right? You got snow camo?
Pardon?
Can I bring up a comment?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
Man. You can do whatever you
Where
want.
did he go here?
It's
we
fear
gotta
fishing.
go- Ryan Gregory says 5-pound bass are the best for eating. It's like, wow, how about that?
I
eh?
totally know. Yeah,
what?
Ryan's joking. I know.
We'll
Ryan.
we'll just leave that one alone.
Yeah.
If you get,
That's
if,
funny.
you know what?
Yeah,
If,
they are.
if you're getting a 5-pounder, all you're doing is
Yeah.
eating the cheeks, anyways, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
It's the last time you've seen bass on a menu anywhere.
Sean,
That's awesome.
Unless you're like Spadina.
let's Mark. Final thought.
You know, it's kind of a cool show today because I didn't get to have the setup and stuff. It was like I wasn't prepared for anything, and it was like
Everything was
Christmas. Like every conversation was like opening up.
We didn't even cover a quarter of what
No,
we
you
talked
didn't?
about drunk.
Well, you know what? Before we do the final thoughts, Jeff, pump
Yep.
your
charity.
charity event.
Oh, the
Yeah,
charity
yeah.
event. Yeah, well, we do a charity amateur
OFC.
tournament. OFC. Basically, it's designed for people that want to get a little taste of what competition fishing is like. Not everybody has a $100,000 bass boat and everything like that. So a lot of these people, you know, they can come in a canoe or a kayak.
Now, this is
boat
a
rentals.
straight amateur tournament,
Yes,
right?
yes. So if you fish in a tournament series such as CSFL, FLW, Renegade,
What if you're a club member and you fish clubbies?
clubs are fine. I
Right.
mean, I could be in one. You'd
Yeah.
want to fish against me.
Right.
But basically, we I mean, it's hard to set, you know, a no-go zone, right?
Yeah.
So that's how we tried to leave it at, is if you're in an active series, you're pretty serious about your fishing.
Definitely.
We want to separate that, eliminate the intimidation level
Sure.
from these people
are
that
really
just
good.
want to
Yeah, yeah.
experience something, right?
Yep.
So we put on the event for people to meet other anglers that are just getting into the sport of things. So we have it going on July 7th. It's on Rice Lake out of Wildwood Cottages.
Yep.
Where's
up in
that?
the up in the
In the
Otonabee
Otonabee
River.
River?
Yeah, just at the mouth there.
July 7th?
July 7th.
July 7th.
Is this a team event? Are you signing up as a team,
It's
individual?
per angler. So it's $60 per angler.
Okay.
Up
Up to
So
how many in a boat?
It's a big fish event, right?
Yes, yes. So it's single fish in two categories. So we have largest bass and largest muskie. So bass is by weight and muskie is by length.
And this is on
so-
Rice Lake?
Yes, it's on Rice Lake.
I think that we're gonna go there.
Yeah, 100%.
I think that I'm gonna sign Ashton and Emma up and take them out for the day if that works.
And if you're planning to go up there, come and see me. I'm going to have some stuff to give away from the kids.
Yes,
I got.
It's a great event. A lot
I'm gonna get some stuff from Sean to give away to the kids too.
Yeah, you know, I can't make any promises, but if I run into Sean before then, I might have some stuff to give away.
You're gonna have some stuff to give away.
I got stuff to give away for the. I've always got stuff
Awesome.
for kids, man.
So
I
yeah,
love it when kids fish.
If you want to check it out, you can go to our website www.ontariofishingclub.ca under events and tournaments, and you can find the information there. You can send me a message. My contact is on there, and
Awesome.
I can answer everything for you. But
It'll be a great
it's
Do you need to have a
great-
live well or some kind of live well system?
If you
or?
don't have a live well, we'll provide a Rubbermaid container for transporting certain fish.
Nice.
How I do it is it's almost like a live event. Like basically what I do is I pay $50 prize to the first person that brings me, say, a bass, for example.
Nice.
So the first bass weighs 2 pounds.
Yeah.
I then send a text message out to the rest of the field
Yeah.
saying leading bass is 2 pounds.
Gotcha.
No reason to keep a fish under 2 pounds.
Gotcha.
That's a good.
That's a good way to
Yeah,
do
that's
it.
kinda
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're not out there to cause fish deaths or anything like that. You know, I don't like to attack the fish that are in slot sizes. I don't need anybody getting in trouble.
Yeah.
So you gotta bring your fish in, or do you
To-
like
to be
take a
officially
picture?
To
You-
be-
Even the muskie?
no, muskie.
Muskie, just
yeah,
measure, take a
we'll have
picture?
like a card.
Gotcha.
Take a picture as best as you can. I mean, there's a bit of an honor system to
Yeah,
the
yeah,
muskie
yeah, for
thing.
Sure there
Oh
is.
yeah,
yeah,
for sure. You're not fishing for thousands and thousands of
Yeah,
dollars
yeah.
here.
And
But
another-
it
there's a
adds-
slot size with the muskie too, is there not?
You
can only-
yeah, there's
I'm
a
pretty
minimum
sure.
length.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
5-pound ones. 5-pounders are good for eating.
Yeah.
muskies too. Yeah.
There's nothing like, I'm kind of going off topic here, but have you guys ever seen those old black and white photos of the guys holding the muskies on like the
Stringers?
pegboard? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Branch full
And they got like 10, 50
Yeah.
inches.
Yeah, fishing was great then.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Conservation at its finest.
I was so
Wow.
good at fishing. Look at what I did.
I
Final
got
thought.
pictures
You
of my
went- did you do a
grandfather like
final
that.
thought?
I hope my basement's okay.
Me too.
Me too.
Let's see. This weather's got to end. Everybody's going stir crazy.
I know. I
my
want to film
God.
so bad.
Yeah.
Ice camera. Me and the 3 dogs sit in the window watching,
Pretty much.
just watching for the sun to come out.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, guys.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Sean, final thought?
Final thought. I got a final thought. Make sure your glasses are travelable.
Travelable.
Good
Good
word.
one.
Good word. Anybody come up with that is a genius. Jeffy boy.
I want to thank you guys for having me on.
Hey, anytime.
It's been
man.
great, man.
Anytime.
I love what you do.
Much appreciated.
We have fun doing what
another
we do.
bro
We
man.
had
That's
a lot of
fun.
fun.
Yeah, we
This
do.
is fun. Amber, you got any words?
I do.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Do more of what makes you happy.
Oh,
man.
that makes us look like
Hugs,
schmucks, eh?
hugs.
Yeah. Here's the deal, guys. My final thought: make the most of it every day. Get out there, catch fish, take kids fishing. You know, we talked about this last night. Being a good person and doing, nice things for other people, karma is like a real deal, and it'll come back to you 10 times. So do nice things. So, stop shitting on people on the internet. Everybody should enjoy fishing. Man, don't be that guy. That's what I'm going to say. That's my final thought. Don't be that
Awesome.
guy.
Awesome.
Peace.
Later, guys.
Yeah.